And good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night. We are here. We are live. We are streaming around the world. We're spanning the globe. I put my earbuds in now that I did not actually slur my speech that time. I'm your host, Mark Maggard. Want to welcome you all to the show. There we go. Get this going. Uh, we have a few things we're going to talk about tonight, but before we do, I want to bring on my co-host. He is the Mad Hatter of the Ohio Valley, Mr. Andy Bolger.
How's everybody doing tonight?
From the great sunshine state of Florida, the Warden,
going,
Richard
everybody?
Ward. Welcome. And we have a special guest tonight, and this is a gentleman that got to meet through chat. We've been talking. He's been asking questions, very good questions, and we've exchanged some things back and forth. And we had his friend on a couple weeks ago, and so I thought, well, let's have him on. So I'm gonna bring him on at this time, Mr. Calvin Turner from Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Glad to have you on.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see who we got watching the show tonight. Who's this guy? There, get your sign, Andy. Oh, he's not prepared. He's not prepared.
Okay.
Nor.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Hey,
Is
Nor.
my number one fan watching?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, let's put you full screen. Put you full screen.
I bet she is. I bet
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Get her up to the TV there. There you go.
Have a
All right.
nice day.
Yeah. Oh, watching all the way from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, home of the Petronas Towers. Hello, Facebook user.
Hello there.
I wonder if that might be Vinny Carquito, because I know he has a big green, but
Could be.
Ooh.
Very well could be Vinny.
I want that big green.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
there you go. If you're watching the show on Facebook, be sure to click the StreamYard link and have it allow your name to show up on the screen so we can see who's watching the show
Drew.
tonight. Or you can switch over to YouTube to the Wide World of Bells channel and watch us on there and click on there, and you don't have to click a thing to have your name show up. Nico,
Hey, Nico.
new subscriber to the YouTube channel, and welcome. As well as Ethan Thompson.
Hey, Ethan.
Good evening. Glad to have you aboard.
How's it going? How's it going?
Timothy Romero.
We got a lot of people.
Yeah, we got a lot
Sure
of people.
do. Welcome, everybody.
What's
Welcome.
up, guys?
Hmm.
Michael Todd Anthony in the house.
Fellow leather guy, yeah. Glad to have you all watching tonight. Now, before we get into our topics, actually I have topics tonight, believe it or not. I'm going to show the belt of the week, and I've already gone through my whole collection, so until I get the new ones releathered, we're going to start all over again. So Andy has kind of hinted at the belt of the week, so we'll go with that for right now. There you have it. And that belt is getting releathered again.
Beautiful
Because,
belt, I must say.
Gorgeous,
Thank you.
bro.
No, I got bigger side plates, so I'm going to re-leather it with the actual correct TV accurate leather. So
Okay.
there's somebody Calvin knows, Mr. Ralph Trazo.
What's
Hey,
up,
Ralph.
Ralph?
He was our
Hello,
guest 2
Ralph.
weeks ago. There you go, Richie.
There you go.
Getting a shout out there, Calvin.
Thank you.
How's it going, Ralphie?
No.
And that was wrong. It was not Vinny Carquito. That was Duarte. Jeff Duarte.
Oh, hey, Duarte.
The Facebook user.
Hello, Facebook user.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We got you there. Now, Calvin has a belt there. And you want to tell us a little bit about that belt? Would you mind if I put you on full screen?
Go right ahead.
All right. Let's see that belt there.
Yeah, this is my NWA television title. got familiar with this belt when Arn Anderson was carrying it. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, they carried it. And Tully Blanchard always does a promo where he says, and there's your WCW television champion. This is made by Muhammad Usman.
Nice.
Very nice.
It
One
is
of my
beautiful.
all-time favorite belts.
Yeah. Red leather, black snap box.
Gianni.
Gianni.
Oh, let me put you back on full screen. I want to see that again. See that snap box. It's not snap box again.
Yeah,
You know, I never saw that snap box until I got into the hobby. It's unique.
Yeah, that's supposed to, the very first TV belt had the red strap with the black on there like that. And I didn't know it till way later also.
I like the NWA.
I like that look. I like that look. And I like
Yeah.
that's
I'm
sweet.
not a fan. I like a solid color unless it's a red, white, and blue strap. So
Okay.
that's a beautiful belt, though.
Yeah.
Usman
Thank
did a
you,
good
thank
job
you.
with that.
One of the
Yeah,
all-time
that red
great
strap is
belts.
unique, especially
Well,
when
the
you get that
all-time
Mark's blood strap.
Yeah.
Well, I got one here.
There
This
you
one
go.
is. Let me go full screen with this. Right here.
I
This
love
one was
that.
made by Maya Amadasser. And I'm actually trying to get this one sold. It's got a red backing. Now, it does have a little bit of issues with the backing. The
It's very small.
screw
but
here
it's
is-
nothing.
screw's starting to show through here. And side. Oh, over on this side, you can't see it, but the backing's cracked a little bit. But if this doesn't sell, I've got a guy. I'm going on vacation next week. I got a guy that might want this, but he's going to want me to re-leather it because he does not like the belt tip. It comes with the belt tip, which the original
can't-
did not.
I can't believe it hasn't sold
Nice.
already, Mark.
Yeah, I can't either.
I
And then I
think
got
you
another
all
one
need
for
to get
sale.
that mask in the background.
And then I've also got this one here,
Man, that's
World-
a sweet belt.
That is
World Class Texas Heavyweight Championship. This was made by Muhammad Asif.
very nice.
The great state of Texas.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And this is the original color scheme for this belt. When this belt was first released,
Wow.
Gino Hernandez had it. This was the color. Before
Gino.
they turned it. Yeah, Gino. I got a
I
picture of
actually
Gino. with
like
this
it,
belt.
man. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very well
oh,
done.
Both these belts, I'm asking 300 shipped.
Can't beat
So-
that.
That's a deal.
That's a hell of a deal.
So if you are interested in that belt, please hit me up. Where we at on the? Yeah. There's James.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Well,
Welcome,
Nathan.
James.
Nathan's one that gets us the really good guests.
Oh,
Not that
cool.
Calvin is not a really good guest, but he gets us the ones that are out there in the business. So,
What's up, Nathan?
all right. Ralph, your guess is as good as mine. They're beautiful belts. They find a good home. So, James, I was just talking about this. We talked about this before the show. I have some topics to talk about. One of those topics, and it's already been talked about some of the other podcasts, but the topic of Ric Flair coming out of retirement for one more match came up. Now, Ricky Steamboat, originally it was reported he was going to face Flair in like a 6-man tag match. But I've since read that he is not going to do that. He's having health issues. He's not going to be able to do it. So,
Yep.
Does anybody have anything to add to that? Any other info?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think they said, what was it, within 24 hours he turned it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's smart. It's a smart idea to not to do that. I mean, they're in their their 70s or how old is
Rick-
Steamboat?
Steamboat is in his
69.
late 60s.
He's
Flair is
69.
in his 70s.
He's 69.
69.
Yeah.
I just wonder, why does Rick feel he has to prove this? He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody.
I don't
He
think
gets-
he's trying to prove anything. I think he just loves the business that much. He doesn't know
You
anything.
know, it's God bless him, all the legends, but when it's
It's
when
what-
it's
it's
your
fine.
time, it's your time. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just scared the
Hogan
guy's going to get hurt.
Hogan kind of realized that, and he's kind of backed away. I could see doing appearances and stuff like that.
Flair had this great final match with Shawn Michaels. It couldn't have been any better.
Yeah, I mean, I had a tear in my eye that night.
Me too. Me too.
Because you could see it right on his face. They zoomed in, and I'm sorry, I love you.
Yeah.
And then he kicked
But
him.
it couldn't have been any
Yeah,
better.
that's that. Yeah. Okay. As somebody who works in the business, as somebody who's been in the ring with Tommy Wildfire Rich, somebody who's been in the ring with Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, who's 80 years old,
Yes.
right? There
Mhm.
are ways for these guys to wrestle and be protected.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
The thing is in a tag team match, somebody else can take the heat.
They can
Flair
take
can
the
get
hits,
the
the
heat
real
if he
hits.
can heal, and then
Yeah,
maybe take
Nico's
a
right.
bump off of a hot tag, and then the other guy comes in, takes the fall. If Ric Flair's working babyface, he gets the shine, tags in his partner. The partner takes all the heat. Ric Flair gets the comeback. They both come in double figure 4, match over. The thing is, they can work Ric Flair without knocking him around, without him having to be bumped around.
Mhm.
There's ways around it. Of course, at this, and let me explain this too, because once again, this goes back to the actual fact that I've worked with some of these guys, and I'm getting ready to work with them here shortly. I'll be working with the Rock and Roll Express on June 11th, I think.
Oh man,
Not June 11th. That'll be the FTR Wolves match. I'll be oh crap, I can't think of the date now. Anyway, here soon I'll be working with the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton's in his late 60s, so is Robert Gibson. Those guys are still doing
late
it.
60s? I thought he was in his mid 60s. He's related to late.
I want to say he's like 67.
Okay.
68.
He might be younger than that.
Okay.
I know Robert, I think, is a little bit older, but I just saw Ricky Morton take a power bomb on
Yeah, he's
NWA
going
Power.
strong. He's going strong.
Oh
So,
yeah.
these guys, they can still bump around as long as they only take one big bump. If they're going to take a big bump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of big bumps, the one name that comes to mind is Mae Young.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mae Young can take a power
Yeah.
slam or a what was that she took off the stage onto the
took
floor?
a power bomb through a table.
Power bomb through a table.
She gave
the
birth to a
Dudleys.
hand, guys. That woman can go through anything.
Yeah,
But, I
that
mean-
one was off his nails. My
Yeah.
God.
And how old was she when that happened? I mean, she was had to have been ancient.
She had to be set in her 70s at least.
Yeah.
So
Even the Fabulous Moolah,
Well,
Yeah.
same thing.
yeah.
We're tough
And
ladies.
let me get back to what I was saying about these guys. These guys have done nothing their whole lives but wrestle, right?
Yeah.
This is something they've done for, okay, whatever. He's 61 years old. He still took a power bomb. You know what I mean? I'm 48 and I don't want to take one. I will
You'd
though.
like.
I mean, it's not that I won't. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
better things to do.
I will do it though. They know I will.
Sort your socks. Yeah.
Yeah, they know I will. If I took one though, I'd have my shoes loosened up to where when I took it, I'd kick my feet and the shoes would go flying off. You know what I mean? Because I'm a referee, I got to make it look like really traumatic, like I got destroyed.
Knocked him right out of his shoes.
But you can't. I mean, I don't know what kind of health issues Mae Young had, but I mean, she was old, and I don't think she'd been wrestling for quite a while. Now, I think Flair's kind of dabbled in it here and there, but
Well, the once again, it goes back. This is all they've done. That's all they've known from
Yeah.
a lot of times from the time they were teenagers, right?
Yep.
They have
Yep.
no
Ben-
idea how to function in normal daily life because they've been on the road. They're legitimately their whole life.
Dude, look at Piper. I mean,
And
was
home
wrestling
life,
since
look
he
at
was
look
what,
at Ric Flair
13?
with the home life
Yeah.
that he's tried to have.
Yeah.
They've all been failures, right? The only life that he knows is in the ring.
Oh yeah.
So if he can go out and do it one more time, let him. Doesn't
He
mean
just
you
met up with his ex-wife just recently.
I'm probably not going to watch it. I don't need to see it.
Johnny.
uh,
Johnny, did you have any ribs for dinner?
did you get your litter yet? Your litter yet? That's an inside joke. I'm glad Ben Walker's showing because I want to show him something. I am sporting a championship
nice.
belt brothers shirt.
That's
Oh,
very nice.
wow.
I wanted Ben to see that. I had this shirt last week and forgot to put it on.
Good looking shirt.
Thank you.
I got to
Love
get
it.
with the program.
Guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab my drink.
All right.
Sure.
I just got to reach over here and grab it.
Calvin, do you have any other belts? Or is that the one you have?
I have this one, and I have the 5-plate WCW United States champion.
Oh,
I
okay.
had others.
Yeah.
I had others, but sold them off to replace them. I had
Nice.
the dual plate Wing Eagle. We had the NWA Sweet Charlotte, but that one, as I said, the dimensions were big, so it was like it didn't look accurate to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's the thing when you buy a belt from a maker you don't usually work with. It's kind of hit and miss. I've got some belts that I'm getting ready to replace because something's not quite right. Either the size is off or the
And he's
design
got
is
the other
off.
belt I want.
Huh?
He's got the other belt I want. You're such a thief. You and Mark.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Ichiban, friend.
Ichiban.
Ichiban, yeah.
So,
James,
yeah,
Mark's calling
why?
Andy the Mad Hatter tonight.
I can't find that hat, so I'll have to find that again.
Oh man. So Calvin, what did you grow up watching?
I grew up watching NWA, WWF, and WCW, as they said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Every now and then I found my way seeing some Smoky Mount wrestling. So yeah.
A lot of people watch Smoky Mountain. I didn't watch it. I didn't get that here.
Smoky Mountain was awesome.
It was one of those channels where it was like a hit and miss when you find it on TV. As I said, I really grew up watching WWF and NWA.
I grew up watching NWA, World Class in Georgia mainly, and then Mid South kind of hit and miss there. Depends on what mood the cable company was in. So
Yeah, same here with Mid South. Yes. Yeah. I remember the
Johnny
early
likes being
rounds of
teased.
NWA. One of my older sisters, we would watch it, and it'll be late night, and all you see is Ric Flair on there, and Ric Flair is getting beat up, and she's getting mad. It was like, stop hitting him, and I'm like, you're supposed to. She's like, no, you can't beat up on Flair, and only to go into NWA from that, seeing him wrestle Ricky Steamboat, Ronnie Garvin, Sting. I actually was just telling somebody that I remember when Akila Koloff on a Saturday wrestling stickled Sting and busted his face open with that chain. It's like nobody really remembers that, but it happened on a Saturday television.
yeah, I always loved to watch Ric Flair get beat up.
I remember being a little kid and crying to my dad, why are they beating him up? Why are they beating him up?
Yeah.
He's like, watch, he's going to come back.
Yeah, that's a good question, Gianni. Calvin, who's your favorite wrestler and why?
Oh, okay. It has always been Hulk Hogan growing up. I guess just because it's the yellow and red City Press, each of vitamins. That's why it was just he made what coming into the 80s what wrestling was then.
Oh yeah.
As I said, there's others that paved the way for him, but
Yeah,
in
he
my
brought the
era,
national exposure. He brought everybody into.
right.
Brought wrestling in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Exactly, like you said, the golden era. It was him. Then it traveled off to being the Undertaker, and the streak and the mysteriousness of the Undertaker is just like still lives on to this day.
Yes, it does.
So it's like I even watched all of his Hall of Fame speech from beginning to end, and the things that he spoke about there that sticks as his perception is reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Quite a speech.
the way you perceive and show a perspective of you that can actually become your reality.
Right.
I think he was the last of the kayfabers,
He was.
Yeah.
you know?
Although we have one now with MJF.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I plan on
100.
changing that.
He lives that way.
As a referee, I plan on changing that.
Oh, okay.
Did you see what he did to that kid's portrait?
Oh, that was
Well,
hilarious.
yeah.
How long did she go? How long did it take you? Just 4 or 5 hours. And he
Really?
threw a text on it and signed it and pushed it to the side. It was hilarious. Oh, it's just
Did you see his exchange with the little girl about the little scarf?
yes.
Yeah. He
Oh,
was
that's
like,
hilarious.
I love
She
the
was giving it
video.
back to him.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she
It was
wasn't holding back
hilarious.
at all. Yeah.
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't
He's
care what,
100% in character. all
He's
the
got
time.
that '80s heat, man. That's why I like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love him.
He's the
Did
best
you see
heel
that
right
bad tan job on his hands the other night?
No, I didn't know.
My wife is like, that tan is horrible.
So, Calvin, what are your thoughts on the state of wrestling today, today's product, as opposed to what you grew up watching?
It's very, very predictable.
Yeah.
Very predictable.
True.
The stable of wrestlers that they have now is literally, as you say, for entertainment. That's why it's called entertainment instead of like wrestling, really.
Right.
You every now and then you get a couple of holds, but you can literally count the steps that they're going to do and say, okay, this is going to happen next, that person. So it's like as they're calling out their matches, we can call them out at home. So it's more so entertainment as opposed to what we grew up, or as I grew up watching, where I was literally see a legitimate injury on the mat, as opposed to, oh, she didn't even kick him.
Ryan, you're right. You're right.
It's like literally you seeing the chair shots now go like this, in opposed to, or
Yeah.
they're out here.
And the leg slappers.
Yeah,
A
leg
lot of
slappers.
those.
Yeah. I'm tired of the same old finishers. You know, we had main event matches back in the good old days, what I like to call them. The finishers weren't always the same. They were the same when you were in the studio wrestling against the jobbers. It was always the same finisher. But when they went in the main event in the actual arena where people were paying, to get in, it was, they won whatever, however they could. Ric Flair didn't beat Harley Race for the NWA title with a figure four. He won with
Nope.
a jump
Body
off the top
press.
rope.
Yeah.
Lou Thesz press, yeah.
I see what Ralph wrote in the comment.
Last frame and not the actual pick.
That
Yeah,
makes
careful.
sense why he went crazy. on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, how terrible.
I'm like, oh
Still
my
those
God,
cool-
that's
still
like
pretty
living in
cool
heels
that
like
he trashed
3
it.
times over.
But
Yeah.
what you were saying about just the state of wrestling today, as somebody who's been watching it from 1980 pretty much on,
Yeah.
I can say that the problem it's not the fact that the athleticism, because it's there. It's just the fact that nobody wants to sell anything. Nobody wants to do the job. Nobody wants to, what hurts wrestling right now is 50-50 booking. Bring back enhancement talent, right? Get these rookies in there, let them lose to the main guys to build these other guys heading into their matches at
Yeah, like it used to be.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Another thing that kills it for me
People would start watching again.
is you see the guys wrestle
Let 'em
on
come in
Sunday
from-
on a pay-per-view. There they are again on Monday night and Friday night having a match again. Get away from that. Move on to the next one. Like it's like repetitive. It's over and over again.
WrestleMania that just passed. if any of you guys watched it, what would you say was the best match?
WrestleMania?
Ooh, okay, I don't have a favorite, but I've got 3 to choose from.
Okay.
For me, definitely Stone Cold and Kevin Steen or Owens. Now I still call him Steen.
I could tell you my favorite.
Cody and Seth. and then Bianca and
That was my favorite. Bianca was that.
I
Match was
mean,
incredible.
I got to give credit where credit's due, man. Those three were incredible.
I agree.
Yeah,
For
I
me-
agree. Those are my three too. Mhm.
For me, it was two of those three that you named, the Bianca
Mhm.
and Seth Owens. That match right there, Seth Owens and Cody Rhodes,
That was my
back-
favorite match.
That brought back like real wrestling feelings. It's like
That one was fun to watch.
you watch them
Yeah.
do the. They were selling. They were breaking out of holes. It was, you get your finisher, I get my finisher. Let's see who's going to top this. And that match was back and forth action.
Non-stop action.
And you didn't know
that's
who
like,
was going to win.
I think that's what wrestling is missing, along with even Edge match against AJ Styles. It was getting there, but that Cody
That
Rhodes,
one fell short because of the way it ended.
yeah, the
Yep.
Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins match was up here.
Mhm.
It was up here, and that right there, I believe that they need to get back to. You already had two matches. Now let's see what we're going to do to go to the next. Bring Seth Rollins back to where he was burning it down.
Mhm.
That heat that he had where he was the architect was like phenomenal. So put him against somebody else now, and let's see where it goes.
I mean, look at Pat McAfee. Look at Johnny Knoxville.
That,
Non-wrestlers, they did a hell of a good job.
Very good. Yeah.
I mean, for instance, Bad Bunny, when he wrestled, everybody was shocked. Why? Because he earned the respect.
what's his name? I don't like him or his brother. The
Jake
dude-
Paul and
yeah.
Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan
dude,
Paul.
He impressed me.
He did.
Impressive.
He did a really good
The
job.
only thing that I didn't like was he jumped up too quick from Miz's finisher.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That was like the one thing that I saw. Oh, what's
Pierce?
up, Pierce?
What's
Hey,
up,
Pierce.
Pierce?
I'm gonna change gears here for just a second because I forgot to talk about our sponsors. We are sponsored by Unique Spirit Championship Belts. Give them a look. Do a really wonderful job. In fact, I got 2 sets of plates in a box waiting to be relathered by him or by me. So, and also this this show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Releathering for all your releathering needs. And this the YouTube portion of this show would not be possible without a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast on Apple Podcasts and at the link listed there. They like to talk
as
wrestling.
always.
Thanks, guys.
Great group of guys. Yeah, thank you very much. And I want to get a couple of those guys on here one of these days. So,
That'd be awesome.
yeah. The next thing I want to talk about, it just came out today, just a few hours ago. Stephanie McMahon announced that she's going to take a leave of absence from WWE so that she could handle family matters. Any insight into that?
I don't know. I'm actually curious and shocked at the same time.
First thing went through my mind is, I hope it's nothing with Hunter. That
Yeah,
he's not
he's
doing.
been having
much.
heart problems. Yeah.
Yeah, and
He,
that
he actually looked pretty good at the award ceremony.
he did, but I just wonder if she's stepping back if it's something to support him. I hope he's.
Before we go
No.
forward, Pat McAfee was trained by Rip Rogers.
Oh, okay.
He did a great job. Pat McAfee
Yeah.
looked great.
Stephanie is all
Stephanie's all elite.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Richard,
having
you
Triple
said-
H show up.
I got a funny.
Well, Richard, you
feeling-
said how good Triple H looked at the award show. Well,
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior looked pretty good at his Hall of Fame induction too. He's dead
That's
the next
true.
day.
That's
Yeah.
true. No,
Yeah,
that was
I
that's
don't know
true.
if it's gonna be that bad. I
Warrior looked great,
really
and then the
think
next
I
day-
think
Yeah.
it's probably more business related. Like, hey, we're going to streamline the business altogether. Let's remove as many McMahons from it as we can. I still think there's a sale getting ready to happen.
Yeah, I think the big sale is coming.
Well, I think so too. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if Tony Khan bought it?
Wow.
I was just thinking the same thing. It would ruin sports
Then
entertainment.
it would be
sports.
over. Everything would suck. and it would- it
AKA
would be over.
Kramer.
The All Elite Wrestling Federation.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Ralph
They
hit the nail on the
said
head
that,
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no build up anymore. You know, you want to.
Exactly. I
If
agree
you miss
100%.
Well, if you miss Monday Night Raw, all you have to do is remember what you watched last week. So,
Yep.
Pretty much.
same main events. Yeah.
Yeah, what we had in the late 80s with the NWA was so wonderful, and nothing even close to that right now.
I mean, what about the natural storylines? Naturally, let
Yeah.
them grow. Let them go on and build it
Let
up.
them build.
And
let
then
'em
come to
build.
this big
Yeah.
fight.
That was the magic of the NWA.
I'm gonna calm down just for a second. Keep talking. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the thing
true.
about the
Yeah.
80s, man.
That's true, Pierce.
They knew how to make a storyline go. And it wasn't corny or anything. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes you had it, they were, and sometimes no, you know?
I want to address this. Tony Khan is a mark with money. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. I mean,
He
if I had that
is.
kind of money, I'd probably do the same thing. But
He
I wouldn't make
definitely
a fool out of
is.
myself.
Well,
That's
have
why
you
they call him
noticed
the cream
he's
of the
also in
wrestling
charge of
business.
the Jacksonville
Exactly, yeah.
Jaguars, and they can't win games. You know what I mean? And he's supposed to be the stat guy and everything else, and the football team that he owns that would, you know. And I'm not trying to be that guy. If I owned a professional football team, professional wrestling would not be even on my radar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Legitimately, because that's $1 billion enterprise. You
I
know,
probably
pro
said this
wrestling is a
before.
joke compared to the NFL. And I love pro wrestling. I'm in the business. I'm not saying that, but
Exactly
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
Quote me if I'm wrong. Doesn't he look like Kramer? He looks like he just did a line of coke and
I
comes
think I said
running
that 2 or
out.
3 weeks ago. When he looked like Kramer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giddy up. Big man. Big man. Yeah.
Special
He-
announcement.
Yeah, special announcement. Yeah.
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 I just made a sandwich.
Yeah. Next week's announcement. I used mayo.
it's going to be
Yeah.
huge.
Oh, Chris.
It's going to change. It's going to change everything.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Groundbreaking. I just, I'm old school. I grew up on kayfabe. I miss kayfabe. I know it'll never come back, but doesn't mean I can't miss it.
Well,
and wish it was here.
it can come back because we all know it's a TV show, right?
Exactly.
Right? We all know it's a TV show, so why not?
So what do you think about the Warlow Goldberg storyline thing?
I haven't been watching either.
Yeah, they're kind of taking it from Bill Goldberg back in WCW with the handcuffs that he brought down to the ringside for his
Or
match.
snap them or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like
Yeah,
to see
he's-
the guy get the contract and be on his own and go for a
Excuse
title.
me, guys.
But yeah, I don't think Stephanie McMahon actually said how long she was going to be taking leave of absence. I guess it's just undetermined for now. So
Could be, like you said, it could be Triple H, something wrong with him because we haven't really seen him since he made the appearance.
yeah, but we really haven't seen Stephanie much either. So are we really going to miss anything?
I
Do we know when
also
she comes
heard
back?
she sold some more shares of the company.
I didn't hear. Wow, I didn't hear that. Wow.
I think it was a couple weeks ago or a month or two ago that I read something about it.
Yeah. I just think he's gonna one day they're gonna sell. He's gonna sell. Vince is gonna sell it to Disney, and that's gonna be.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be
I
a
can just see it
disaster.
now. Stone Cold. Oh my God.
Yeah, and you have Stone Cold look like walking around Disney World.
I just
Says I'm breaking up. Breaking up is
I
hard to
don't-
do.
I don't want that to happen though, man.
Okay.
That's why I go back to watching the classics.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I better now? Does that sound better?
Yeah.
You
sound
sound marvelous.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but I was having mic issues before the show.
What?
Richard came on and he couldn't hear me. Yeah. Richard
What?
came on, he couldn't hear me.
What?
So yeah.
That's something that can never. Be
You were talking about
stopped.
Stone Cold at Disney World. I could just see Mickey Mouse walking up to Stone Cold and he just gives him a stunner.
Oh yeah, I see that as a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see it plain as day. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, they'll never go out of business because it's a
No.
billion.
Oh
dollars.
no, they're not going to go out of
Well, they will if
business.
Disney gets a hold of it. But
Oh yeah,
If Disney gets a hold of it, it'll never go out of business ever.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I don't think Disney getting a hold of it would hurt it. Honestly,
More-
it would be as far as viewership and everything else, it would be a sidestep. I
oh
don't think it would
definitely.
grow
But they're
anything.
going to
But
tone
again, look
everything
what they did with
down.
Marvel. I thought they were going to ruin Marvel when they bought Marvel, and now
Mhm.
look what they've done with it. And I'm just
Look what
letting it
they've
go
done
along.
with Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yep.
I'm not mad at what they've achieved. So if they do,
Yeah.
it might be good.
Yeah, WWE would be completely unstoppable if Disney had partners in that.
So on the state of Sasha Banks and Naomi,
oh,
what
that's
do you
another
guys
topic,
think
yeah.
about that?
They're working awful hard to convince us it's not a work.
I mean, here goes Sasha once again. I mean, and Naomi, she's married to Jimmy Uso, who's in like the biggest storyline with Roman Reigns. So I mean, does she?
I hear her contract is almost up,
Yeah, I've heard that
Hard
too.
to do, yeah.
So I mean,
and Sasha's also, I think.
but
And this
Sasha's-
isn't Sasha's first rodeo as far as throwing a tantrum,
Yeah.
Oh,
she's done
no.
it before, and
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Part of me thinks it could be legit. Part of me thinks it could still be a work.
me too.
The fact that they went on air and said, "Hey, the match that was supposed to happen is not going to happen."
Yeah, I kind of
Because-
I found that odd.
Normally they don't do that. So there's that aspect of it, and then again, there's also the fact that without any other comments being made, there's nothing been made by either one of the girls
Mhm.
on Twitter, on any platform whatsoever, right? The fact that they just walked out and it's just been media silence from those two girls with no reasoning whatsoever, makes me think it's a work.
Maybe Teddy
Well,
Long's going to come back and make some matches.
Well, everybody but those two women have made statements on it. Even the announcer said, if it was kayfabe, I would have kayfabed it. He says he doesn't kayfabe.
Yep.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
BG Brian James, Road Dog, he was on a show the other day, and first thing he says that everything to him points to him as it being a work.
Yeah.
So who knows?
we'll find out over time.
We'll find
Yeah.
out at the next pay-per-view.
But I would like to congratulate Laurinaitis for becoming the new ladies tag team champion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the belts. Yeah.
They put him on his desk, supposedly.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a legit story, that's my reasoning behind it is because everybody hates Laurinaitis. Like it's behind the scenes. I've heard that it's like he's just an idiot. He's a suck up, and that's the reason why they keep him around.
Yeah. I mean, he's not
I
like
can
the
see
guy,
that.
the Bucky, the guy with the teeth, Vince's right hand man.
Give me a second.
He's the worst of them all. I
Oh,
can't
you
remember.
mentioned his name. I see his face. Oh my gosh.
He's got the big teeth, and yeah, he's. But
Oh, I know who you're thinking about. Is it
big doofus.
is it the Brother Love dude?
No.
No, Johnny might know his name. But yeah, he's like
He's the guy behind the scenes that should Kevin Dunn. Yeah,
Kevin
There we
Dunn.
go.
Kevin
There we
Dunn,
go.
give that one to Gianni because I saw it pop up on the thing here.
Yeah, he's the worst.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
Thank you, Gianni.
O'Brien beat him to it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gianni
I
can
didn't
take
see
a hit
Brian
with a
pop
trash
up.
can.
I just saw.
He's good in my book.
But Dunn buries the referees, so I don't have a whole lot of love for him. Referees don't have names in WWF.
Yeah.
Or excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Speaking of old school,
No, I'm old.
We all are.
so is there any other news in the world of sports entertainment or professional wrestling? I have a question on that topic. Has
Go ahead.
anyone seen the new Control Your Narrative group?
I've seen it very faint, in and out.
Where's that? Where does that air? Because I've been wanting to check that out.
I think it's on. You could watch their episodes on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
but live, I believe they have a streaming service they're on.
Okay. Jake Logan, who we had on this show a few months ago, is part of that organization.
Oh,
Wow.
You remember Jake Logan?
Great for
You
him.
remember Jake Logan?
That is awesome.
Wow.
Need to get him back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I plan to. I
Congratulations,
plan to. I
Jake.
think he wants to come back. I haven't hit him up because I figured he's busy because they're still trying to get that going off the ground. So, but I am going to hit him up, see if he wants to come back on sometime.
I just don't like Adam's hairstyle on that. He's got it like he's did like the Hawk.
Reverse mohawk. Reverse mohawk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Princess Leia with a
I know.
bald spot.
Yeah, I know they're supposed to be here in Cleveland in a couple weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
they're supposed
do
to be
like
here-
that they're picking up the misfits,
Right.
in the wrestling companies.
Now that's owned by Strowman and EC3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I almost went to a show in Boca Sunday, but my friend didn't make it back in time to go. Brutus the Barber Beefcake was going to be there, and a couple of the legends were going to be there, and then the Headbangers and a couple of local people.
Hmm.
I so wanted to go.
I still want to check out the New World Class organization. They travel between Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. So. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Yes, I am a diehard Browns fan.
I'm so sorry, Calvin.
You know, he's a
You know what?
Bengals fan. He's a Bengals fan.
Just because
You know, I'm
you
in
went to the
Cincinnati,
Super
right?
Bowl. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Just because you went
We'll
to the
be
Super
back.
Bowl.
We'll be
Yes,
back.
Ralph, I remember that well. The one I didn't like was the Big Show, the Samoan match.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. There's something I want to talk about, and it's kind of comical. Kind of involves drama, but it's kind of comical. There are a couple of guys out there that how do you say this? They're artistes, and I'm talking about JB Toys
Oh, jeez.
and what's this icon character? What's his real name? Adam something.
I don't know.
Okay.
Just
Well,
icon.
Yeah,
Icon-
icon. Yeah,
Icon
icon
out.
out. The Weeby is mine.
Man.
Yeah, mine.
The Weeby is mine.
Yeah, and they're, I don't know if they're watching this show. They may, they like to hide in their own little groups where you can't comment. So I don't really care if they want to comment. That's fine. But it's funny. The Weeby was released. How long ago, Andy? How long ago was the Weeby released? 2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
BAM got together and created the Weeby, and everybody and their dog has copied the design. Everybody.
Everybody.
A lot of makers have released this thing. Then you have this guy come out of the woodwork, calls himself Icon. He looks like he escaped from death row, and he's down in his basement doing these videos claiming the artwork for the Weeby.
Yeah.
I applaud you for that. Wonderful. Thank you for that design, by the way. A lot of people enjoying that. Anyway, now you got JB Toys, who released today their artwork of the Foam to Life WWF belts.
Which was done, what, 3
2
years,
years
by
ago.
by Carmine.
I
By
mean,
car- I
God
said,
bless,
yeah.
God bless Lucum.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's funny, it happens in the
Listen,
hobby,
excuse me.
and you got Dan McMahon that talks about theft of intellectual material. I get that, but it's part of the hobby. It happens. I'm not justifying. It just happens. But it's one thing to copy somebody else's artwork, for your own purpose or whatever. But it's a completely other thing to copy somebody else's artwork and then claim it as your own.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Foam to Life is mine. But JB Toys released a picture of the Foam to Life belt that Carmine
Identical
Sabia had made a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago.
Identical.
Yeah, identical, same artwork and everything.
Yeah.
Now, for a little extra charge, you can get the HD version, which involves maybe another 1/4 inch of foam. Maybe, I don't know. But
Is that chrome leather?
huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't remember. It was somebody in Bama that came up with it. I don't know. Yeah, Icon out. He's out there, all right. I was going I was going to send him a picture postcard of the with a satellite picture of Earth, and right on the back, wish you were here, but uh, uh, I'm sure somebody's going to tell him about this show. I don't really care. He's a
Screw him.
yeah, screw him. No, you screw him.
I
I'm
just
gonna-
don't know how you could take somebody else's idea and say you did it. It's something new
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
legit.
Well,
They do until they get caught, and then or things get confiscated during whenever they come into the country. I've seen it happen a few times. People lose their belts because customs got it as they were trying to come through. WWE has a big crackdown about their belts that look like
Oh yeah,
that.
they do it every so often.
yeah, and I get that. I understand that. Makers they'll make a copy of anything these days. I know that, but what was funny, Johnny? I'm sorry, but to take something that's already been made, it's been made 2 or 3 years ago. As a matter of fact, those probably are circulating on the marketplace by now. But you take the artwork from that and go, this is my artwork for this belt. What'd you do? Take a piece of paper over the original and take a pencil and go over
Probably.
it. Yeah. But and what's funny about these guys that JB Toys released that picture on their not their Facebook, their Instagram, and I was going to comment on that, and I even followed them so I could comment, but it says comments are limited. They won't let you comment because they
Oh
know
yeah.
They're very limited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we gotta.
I hit him up one time to do a trade-in, and he wanted 2 of my belts for something that looked like it was trash. And I'm like, nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got somebody getting ready to join us on the show. He told me he was going to join. I completely forgot till he reminded me tonight. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Rusty Miller.
What's up, guys? How are you?
All right.
Alright.
What's up, Russ?
How
Welcome
are
to the
you?
show.
Right.
I have a question for everybody. Did anybody in the chat right here actually buy a Weeby?
I
Yeah,
didn't.
I did at one point.
Yeah.
Did
I
anybody buy
I
the?
did.
Did
I did.
anybody buy the big 10 pounds of gold or whatever it was the crossover, man?
No.
I hate the hybrids, man.
No.
They're freaking ugly, dude. They're
They
horrible.
were neat. They were
I'm
neat
gonna
to have, but
admit I
some-
like the big gold and the 10 pounds of gold together. I liked it.
No, that part I didn't like. I liked the Weeby that I had, and I sold it. I think I can't remember who I sold it to. I think I sold it to one of my buddies whose mom died. I sold it to him for like $200 or something. I can't remember.
Ralph, I do not have a picture. I'm sorry. I can't remember where that picture was at, but it's on Instagram. If you look up JB Toys on Instagram, you'll see it.
Oh, you'll find it. He's got 15 different profiles.
He's a Nimrod. I'll just say
Yep.
that straight out. He's a Nimrod.
Did you see what he posted today?
I don't pay no attention to that jack off.
Okay. You remember the foam to life belts that Carmine Sabia had made 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, JB Toys released on their Instagram page today a picture, the artwork for that belt, and said, "This is our artwork for the foam to life belt."
A brand new idea.
Yeah, brand new idea. Yeah,
Brand new just this morning.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're working in concert with the Icon.
These guys, I mean, everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame. They want to be somebody in this. They want to be something. It takes years, not a year, not 7 months, or come up with something. It takes years of knowledge and learning and seeing and holding. And, I could take almost any of these guys. And I don't mean to discount anybody because we're all in this for the fun.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line of this. It's the fun.
Look what it's
But
supposed to.
But too many people, it's about the money.
Mhm.
And and people like, oh, you're copying my thing, and this is a ripoff, and this is why. Well, those people made boots for a long time and made a lot of money off of it. But I'm not one to say nothing about nobody. I ain't perfect. I've had some of these boots. I've sold. I don't care. I'm doing it for the fun. Most of what I collect is for me.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Well,
care. Like,
Yeah.
one of my friends, took AEW women's to a signing and got blasted. And I'm like, dude, it's just for him. What do you care?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be in everybody's BS, everybody's business, everybody's everything. It ain't nobody's business what I have. There's a reason why I don't post a lot of stuff, because it ain't nobody's business. And you know what? Then people want to start asking questions over here, your contacts, and next thing you know, they're all in your business. And now nobody gets anything.
That's why I stopped doing new belt days and stuff. Other than my
You got time to
personal
do
friends.
that. I don't know what's going on. Everybody got all that time to new belt day, this podcast, that podcast. I'm sorry. Do you have a job? Jesus.
Well, that's another thing. This Icon guy, his name's Adam, but I can't remember what his last name is. But his real name's Adam. He calls himself Icon. I don't know why, because I've never heard of the guy before. But before he started doing these goofy videos, but he took a swipe at the podcast. Not this one, I don't think, because we've never really mentioned him much on the show. But I think he went after the Pounding the Meat guys, and he was talking about how these guys brag about their knowledge of belts. And how'd that dog get wet?
I thought you were talking about the iconic Savage
Yeah.
guy, the Macho Man
Oh,
ripoff.
oh, that guy. Yeah.
Sorry, my daughter's leaving. She's just checking in. Her dog fell in the pool.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, bring the dog here. Come here. We're going to raffle this dog off again. Come here. He's wet. He don't want to be held. I won't get this nice T-shirt messed up. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye. Anyway, yeah, I remember exactly what he said. He posted something. It wasn't a live video for a change, but hello, Mark. But he said something about how these guys talk about how they're so knowledgeable about these belts. When he did all this original artwork, it gets stolen and all this stuff. The guy's a loon. I'm sorry, he's a loon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his mental faculties are just not there. It's just
Yeah,
I mean, he was the
what's
one
funny
that
about
created the Bruno Sammartino belt and the ones from the 70s.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
I think he designed the original Dome Globe too, didn't he?
I mean,
There you go.
He's like,
Well, him and this other guy, Gary Sutton, here's what they like to do. This is a common thread among these guys. They'll sit there in their little private groups where you can't get in and make comments that refute what they're saying.
mm-hmm.
And when you invite them into a public forum to debate them about it, I don't want any part of that. And they'll come up with an excuse. They know. They know this.
Hey, I give you a little story. Years and years ago, I went to WrestleMania 25, and I had taken 3 belts that somebody was supposed to buy for me. One was a Reggie, and 2 were Dave. One was a Winged Eagle, one was a United States, and one was a World Class. And it was in Houston, so that World Class belt had a lot of looks. But my dad was like, we were in the bar just drinking, and my dad says, "Go up and get one of the belts." So all right, so I went and got the Winged Eagle, and I put it on the bar. I mean, I had it in the bag, put it on the bar. Within 30 seconds, I had 10 people around me. So my dad starts talking. I'm like, "You keep your hand on that belt." And he's like, "Go get the other ones," because my dad was having some. And so I go down, I put the other 2 belts on the bar, and now the whole bar's around us.
Uh-oh.
And this guy came over and started talking, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, this is how they do this, and these are all the numbers on the back of the plates, and there's all and Dave Milliken this, and Reggie Parks this," and I'm like, "You don't know what you're talking about." "Oh yes, I do, and I've done this for years." I go, "Really? Show me what you got."
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't have anything." I'm like, and I whipped out my phone, and I don't like to do this because that's not me. I like to have fun. This guy kept blah blah blah, and like the people next to me are going, "No, this guy seems to know what he's talking about me." So he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy doesn't know nothing." And so I whipped out the phone. I go, "All right, here's my phone. There's Dave Milliken and there's Reggie Parks. Let me see your phone." And they left. And that's 2000. What year was that? 2009. So that's been like 13 years ago. And these people all want to have a say, and none of us are any better than the other. We're just here to have a good time. Just I've been here the longest. Me and Belfan Dan, and there's a few other guys that have been around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good, but nobody does. Like, I didn't have the internet to learn things back then.
Yeah.
I read books, I had magazines, I read everything to know who Bruno was, Luthez.
Yeah, there was no Google back then.
There was none of that. The Google was, and well, some of you guys look like you're old enough to remember the microfilm.
Yeah.
Index
And microfiche.
Google,
Microfiche.
There you
hey,
go.
we're from an era of you traded tapes and stuff, and then before that you had the reel to reel.
Yeah, trade the tapes and the magazines.
Gianni. I
You
never
remember
did
when
any of that.
computers? You remember when computers took up a whole room?
Yeah. Like a lot of my friends tape traded, and they, I played sports, so I never had time. I was never home. I was at soccer, either as a referee or as a player. So I literally, from the time of 7 until the time of like 23, I literally had no home life. I was at the field. I had no. I watched wrestling when I was home, if or if I was hurt. That was it.
I just find it funny, and I know that he wasn't coming after me. I get that. But, I'm no expert on belts. I'm not. I know what I like. I know, and most of the belts I collect are from the 80s, and there were no HD pictures of them on television or in the magazines. There were no HD pictures unless they held it right up to the camera.
Right.
So, I'm happy with close enough. That's just me, because like Rusty, I like to have fun in this hobby.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
My
Enjoy
belts
it.
make me happy. They get me through some hard times.
Yeah.
That's what for me. That's for
Hey,
me.
at the
You
end
got
of
any
the
whiskey in that
day,
Coke right there?
Please,
You got any whiskey in that Coke?
my tea. No, it's just sweet tea.
Oh,
sweet
man.
tea. The Mad Hatter's only drinking sweet tea tonight.
Johnny, I was a halfback. I played right midfield.
I was a fullback for 6 years.
That was when I was
Johnny's
about
a
160 pounds. Now I'm 260 pounds and I'm in the gym all the time. So
Gianni's a wide receiver.
Oh, geez.
Or
I hope that's like not a joke like thing, because like we're
It
in this
is.
day and age,
Johnny likes rib. Johnny likes
Well,
rib.
well, he tried for tight end, but he just couldn't cut it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard he's been in plenty tight ends.
That's ooh.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Hey, for once, I don't have like a drink in front of me, so I can't really,
I'm just about empty with my tea.
That's tea. Ugh. I have I left my dirty martini downstairs.
Sweet tea.
Yes.
Oh, but I saw you guys earlier hawking your belts, putting them up.
Yeah.
And so I brought a couple.
There we go.
How's this one?
Let me put that up on
that's
screen.
Nice.
Well, that's nice.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
X-Man.
That
Wow,
is
look at that.
nice.
That logo plate on the back.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like an old road sign.
Oh
those
man,
road
I
signs.
love
really
that
kinda
belt.
cool.
Look at that flag, man. Look at that flag.
Yep.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm actually selling this one. Asking 400. Somebody wants to make me an offer if it's good enough and I like them. Hey, you never know.
If you sell yours before I sell mine, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
Well, the way I sell, I mean, a lot of times I don't even have to try. I've been doing this for such a long time. It's people will say, I'll just get messages out of the blue. Hey, what do you got? I'm like, dude, I'm at work. What I need to know. I got a patient underneath me. What do you want? I can't. So then I got one other.
Clear.
Clear,
No, I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That happened a couple weeks ago. That wasn't fun.
The last thing I don't want to hear is clear.
Yeah, no, you don't want to hear
that.
that. So this was made by Red Leather.
Wow.
Look at that. Nice.
That is nice.
Very nice.
That version
Perfectly stacked.
The plate, yeah, the logo plate stacked. It's made by Red Leather. I'm selling this one too. It's got his signature in the leather. If you can see that.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm selling that one too. That one I'm asking $1,500, but again, it's if somebody wants to talk to me, that's fine. I can.
Ralph, I got 8 D-tops.
I'm not greedy for money. I'm greedy for respect. I'm like Brett. I want people to love this hobby. So when I try to sell something, I want you to enjoy it, and if be it a Reggie Parks, be it a Dave Milliken, I'll try to be fair. I'm not looking to sell something for $9,000. My dog just walked in the room. Out. You ate enough of these. That's the dog that ate
Dog
two of my
night.
belts.
This show has gone to the dogs.
It is. It really has.
Did you
He's the
manage
best
to
dog.
sell that one belt?
What was that?
Did you manage to sell the one belt the dog chewed up?
The world class style? Yeah, I did actually. I just sold it tonight for $100.
Nice.
Yeah, to one of my buddies. It's this hobby should be. Again, it goes back to just look, just like the whole. And I don't like to get political, but it's like the abortion thing. It's just like everything. Everybody wants to be in everybody else's business.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you care what I have, what you have, what you have? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as
It's
you're
a
happy.
question. It's a question of who's making money, and people, like Ric Flair has that said. It says, he said in one of the promos, he goes, "It's okay to know somebody's doing good, but you don't want them doing better than you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't care who does better than me because I'm just me.
Yeah.
Like the
Speaking
promo
of getting other
world,
people's
we just want
business,
to have fun, man. We just want to
yeah.
have fun. Like somebody said back in the day. This is why we can't have nice things.
Right.
My mom said that quite a few times.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of other people's business, did anybody see CM Punk's T-shirt that talked about abortion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It's-
I mean,
It's nice to know he is standing up for his right to have an abortion.
Right.
So he's thinking of the ladies. He's thinking of women's rights, and that's fine by
Didn't
me.
he come out wearing a T-shirt with a uterus on it?
No, he just had a saying on it. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, it was another night he came out with something on his shirt.
The last couple of weeks I was so busy I didn't see stuff last week.
You didn't miss anything big.
yeah. I mean, when I
What
watch
about
wrestling-
Bryan Danielson's injury?
yeah. He stepped
Yeah.
between the ring and the ramp.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I don't mean to laugh. I hate that ramp up to the ring. They did it over in Japan. WCW did it early on in the 90s. I've always hated it because it takes away one side of the ring.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't like it either.
and
Here's one for you. Which WWF arena used to do that?
Madison Square Garden, probably.
No, Maple Leaf Gardens.
That's right.
Okay, Maple Leaf, yeah.
I actually answered a WWF question. I can't believe it did that.
Hey, we got old school stuff.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
said
that
he
from the
pretty-
magazines.
He pretty much tore up his leg, man.
I didn't hear how bad he was hurt.
I heard he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah,
He
it
was trapped for
happened
10
when
minutes.
they were filming Rampage, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rampage.
it's right at the end of Rampage. It happened as they were going off the air. But it's a lot like when you're backing a semi truck up to the dock. You got that gap there.
Yeah,
Most
right.
of the time, they take that little middle plate to bridge that gap so they can get the forklifts in and out. They should have put something like that between the ring. I mean, they may do it now, but
I think they should just get rid of it. I personally, with the money that they have
yeah, I feel all right.
anyway that they're spending on these shows, let's take it back old school where you have the heels come
Bring
out
back
on
the
one side of
5-sided
arena
ring.
and the baby faces come out on the other. Give them their small little entryways and have them their own, like it used to be.
Right.
You got your visitors' dressing room. You got the home. Yeah,
You got your good guy side. You got the bad guy side.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and keep them from complimenting each other on social media.
Yes, I don't like that
So
either.
happy about your new apartment.
I
Can't
don't
wait
like
to
that
see you
either.
next week.
My buddy years and years ago in Miami was at the Miami airport picking up his grandmother or something, and Orndorff and Hogan were getting off the plane together. This is like 1986 when the feud was going.
When their feud was
Wow.
going, yeah.
And he's like, they're walking off talking to each other, and like, he's like, nobody really recognized them. I guess back then, and and even now, if you're not into wrestling, like people might know who Hulk Hogan is, but I've got people I work with that have no idea who Ric Flair is, have no idea who like Ricky Steamboat or Harley Race or any of these guys.
Wow.
None.
Wow.
And I'm just because they don't follow it and they never have.
Mhm.
But if I got to hear again from somebody at work how fake wrestling is
Oh,
as
yeah.
they're watching American Idol or Masked Singer,
Right?
I might go on a shooting rampage. I don't know.
Well, back in the
Yeah,
80s when they were
that's
driving everywhere, they didn't fly everywhere, they drove everywhere. Heels and Spaces rode in the same car. And they
yeah.
got away with it because
Hacksaw
nobody saw
Duggan
them.
and Iron Sheik got
Yeah.
busted together.
Oh, yeah, they got
That was the
arrested.
one that really
Yeah.
set it off.
Oh yeah, that was classic.
Yeah.
That was the one that really stopped it from happening anymore. Because then heels were supposed to ride with heels.
Yep.
Sean broke that with Hunter too, because Hunter drove because Hunter didn't drink.
Yeah.
Well, he did steroids, but that's obvious now. But he didn't drink or party, so everybody's got their vice.
Well, they could have played that off like one of the guys, like Iron Sheik broke down the side of the road. Hacksaw Duggan pulled over to see if he could help, realized it was Iron Sheik, and they got into it, got in the fight, and got arrested. They
Well,
could have
What
played
about
that.
Have you heard the
Rob
story of
Van
Tracy
Dam
Smothers?
and what's his name?
I've actually heard Tracy Smothers tell this story
Yes.
in
Him and Tom
person.
Pritchard?
What was that?
Tracy Smothers and who did he get into
Tom
a fight
Pritchard.
with?
I think it was Tom Pritchard.
Was it?
It was Tom Pritchard, or
No,
Tom
it wasn't
Pritchard stirred
Tom.
it up.
Or was it Buddy? I think
Who won
Todd
it?
Pritchard
I don't remember
stirred him up.
now.
I think it might have been Buddy. I don't remember who
They
it
were
was.
brawling on the side of the road.
Somebody stirred him up and egged it on, and they ended up getting into a fight on the side of the road, and the cops show up, and then they play it
Wow.
off like they were getting ready to work a match, and they
Yeah.
just told him to get in the car and told him to leave. But I've actually heard Tracy tell this story in person, so
Tracy was a great
Wow.
guy.
Yeah,
I
he
partied
was,
with
man. He
him
was
and
awesome.
Jesse and Mickey in Charlotte one year. We were eating pizza in the lobby at 3:00 in the morning. And
I
they were
just
just
worked
the
with Jesse
nicest
here a
people.
while back.
Yeah, they were just the nicest people. Every guy in the place wanted Jesse.
I mean,
You know,
I
was having
agree with
fun
Ralph.
talking to him.
Let's bring back the wrestling painted ice cream bars.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh man.
We all know Bret Hart was his favorite.
I love Brett. Brett's a nice guy.
Brett's awesome.
He's on my bucket list.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Charlotte again. He's gonna be in Charlotte this year for the Fan Fest.
Okay.
Oh wow.
The gathering. If y'all, I'm a little shameless plug here. TeamArtPromotions.com. Go check out in Charlotte, man. There's going to be a lot of people there. The Beverly Brothers are going to be there doing a signing. Is the Dream Team? No, not the Dream Team. The Rougeos are going to be there. Is it the Rougeos?
Nice.
No, sorry, the Quebecers.
Okay.
The Quebecers, and then there's going to be a whole on Team Art Promotions. There's a whole bunch of them, a whole slew of guys, and I'm gonna tell you this: Marty D'Amato runs a first class operation all the way around. It doesn't get any better than that.
Nice.
Hope to see you guys there.
That's good.
Man, I wish I
I-
could
me
get
too,
to
yeah.
go to one of those.
I wish I could.
I'm
Well,
four
actually-
4 hours away from Dallas, and I don't get to go down to the shows down there either.
Well, I'm going to be at WrestleCade this year. That's 100% set in stone.
Tracy does a great show too.
I'm getting ready to do another one of the big time for. I wish you guys would blow me up. Big time for oh gosh, Bobby Fulton.
Yeah, Dylan.
And Dylan. I've got a bunch of stuff coming up. I've got so many gigs coming up just because it's summertime. Everything's
Definitely,
starting to get.
Drew. Definitely, I agree with you.
I'm going to try to get to the gathering this year. That's one of the hopes. So
I'll be at the corner of the bar. You can't miss me.
See, I'm
I
down
usually-
in South Florida, so we don't really get it a lot down here.
I'll be
It's
down
mostly
there
up
here
north.
soon. I'm gonna come visit my dad again, and I'll be down there for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I'm in Palm Beach County, Boynton.
Yeah. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. So
Oh, okay, that's not too far away.
Christmas time might be better. I'm there for 2 weeks.
I watched. There's a lot of world class videos on YouTube, and I watched the Christmas Star Wars from 1983. Kerry Von Erich wrestled Kamala the Ugandan Giant, and he won the $10,000 reward for body slamming him, which came after he'd already won the match by disqualification. I was trying to think of the match I was really want to talk about. Kevin and Mike Von Erich wrestled Terry Gordy and Buddy Roberts of the Freebirds. Now Michael Hayes had already been banned from World Class for a year because he lost a loser league town match to Kerry Von Erich. However, the stipulation in this tag team match was whichever wrestler got pinned had to leave the state of Texas. Couldn't wrestle for a year. But if either Kevin or Mike Von Erich had lost that match, Kevin would take that penalty because Mike was just a new wrestler. He wasn't going to have to suffer that penalty. So during this whole card, which was a Christmas night card, which was actually kind of cool. People would open their presents in the morning and go to wrestling matches at night. But there was a Santa Claus there walking around the ring, passing out candy and greeting all the fans and everything like that. Well, during this match, there was an issue with Santa Claus. And some of you who know World Class know what I'm talking about. Well, after the match, Kevin, I think it was Kevin, had pinned Terry Gordy. So Terry Gordy lost that match. Well, Santa Claus came in and raised their hands and then waylaid Mike Von Erich as Michael Hayes.
Oh,
And at that time, this was 1983. Back then, that was a shocker. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that was like the Montreal Screwjob of its day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
but that was pretty cool. But I think the Freebird Von Erich feud was kind of at a lull at that point. So I think they were going to Florida. Michael Hayes had gone to Florida a little bit, few
I
appearances
say
down
they're
there.
in Georgia. I want to say he might have went to Georgia because I remember the Freebirds being there for a while.
Well, they were in Georgia before they went to World Class.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
there's videos of Michael Hayes getting into it with I can't remember who it was, some Cuban guys in Florida. He came and gave Gordon Sully a briefcase as a present, I think for his birthday. And those Cuban guys, I think it was the Cuban assassins or something like that. They took that briefcase and tore it up, and Michael Hayes got mad and went after him. So
Dave Sierra, yeah, Dave Sierra is a cool guy. Him and Ricky Santana were at was it Charlotte last year? One of them. Al Perez was there. Al's a great guy. It's fun to watch these guys. The funny part of it, I'm only 5'10". You see these guys in the ring wrestling Kerry Von Erich. And Kerry was like 6'3", but then Al Perez is like, I'm like, what's wrong with this? Super great guy though. I mean, just the nicest guy.
he was underused, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
oh yeah. Well, and if you remember the whole thing with Hogan when they shillelied Hogan's leg, that was supposed to be Al Perez. He was supposed to do that one, and he was supposed to be the Black Scorpion.
Black Scorpion. Yeah.
And he didn't want to do the job. Hey,
He felt that he should come in and beat Flair and be the world champion, and they were kind of like, nah.
Right.
I think Perez could have done it and pulled it off, but I don't know, story wise how it would have worked coming into
The heavenly bodies.
Right.
Al Perez was supposed to be the next big thing back then, and
That
He
name
could have
alone.
been.
he could
the
have
heavenly
been.
bodies were awesome.
Yeah, Dr. Tom Pritchard. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Stan
me
Lane.
there for a minute. So
Yeah, the heavenly bodies. As a matter of fact, the
nobody
whole
will beat the
feud in
Marvelous
Smoky
One.
Mountain between them and the Fantastics and them and the Rock and Roll
yeah.
Express was
Dr.
Pretty
Tom
good.
is one of the best.
Oh yeah, Dr. Tom's a great guy.
Yeah.
Gigolo
Yeah.
Jimmy Del Rey, I think, was another guy who was underutilized.
Yeah, he was.
He was an incredible talent. He could do anything in the ring. Sad that he's gone. You just see, and you don't realize how talented some of these people are until it's too late.
Yeah.
You look at
But-
my friends; they were so enamored with Sunny. I never was. I thought she was hot, but I never thought anything of her. I thought other women were way hotter than her.
Oh, she was a solid 5.
oh,
Gigolo Jimmy.
And,
solid 5 minutes with this guy, 5 minutes with that guy.
I was not a Sunny person. I thought Sable was way hotter, and the thing was funny about Sable didn't really want to do what she was doing
Yeah.
initially. She didn't want to do it, and they talked her into it, and she made herself, and that's how she
worked
married Brock
herself
Lesnar.
right.
I mean, I got a classical question, something that's been brought up from when I was younger. Is it true that Haystacks Calhoun was buried in a piano crate?
I've heard that also.
I've heard that. I don't know how true that is.
Or
But,
was
I've
it
heard
just
that,
like a
well, it would stand
like
to
one of
reason
those
'cause the
urban
dude was like
legends?
600 pounds when he finally died, I think. So that would
I've actually heard about a lot of large people that died.
Yeah.
So,
I know it took a Andre when they took him. Was it to the morgue or to the mortuary? They had to use a forklift.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they said, if I remember right, reading Andre was close to 700 pounds.
Yeah,
And
Yoko's
didn't he have a heart attack
Yeah.
at the funeral?
No, he had it in the hotel room.
Okay.
They died.
Yeah.
Yoko was really big too before he
Yeah,
died.
Yoko-
Yeah, I remember.
He died from a heart attack from a spider, right?
Yep.
You seen a spider and flipped
No,
out?
he died from a heart attack from being 600.
That's what
pounds.
I heard,
He
unless
went to-
that's
he
an
went
urban
to-
legend, too.
Sent him to WWE. Sent him to a fat camp to lose weight, and while he was there, he actually ended up putting like 100 pounds on, and that's not a joke. Like he
I've
was,
heard that too. I've heard that. Yeah.
Well, Bill. They sent Bill Moody to that too. Because they were really worried about his weight. And it just any of these things. Whether it's the drugs or anything. If you've got that predisposition, you have to pay attention to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when you start not and you're depressed or whatever, I mean, any one of us, alcohol,
Yeah.
drugs, food,
Yeah.
belts,
Yeah.
I mean, belts is addicting. Any one of us can't
Well, I
disagree.
mean, like
on that.
Pillman was on the road, and he was on all these pain meds and he overdosed because he forgot what he took. You know, I mean, it was just so easy to do.
And Spicoli too. You know, he OD'd the somas.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Wow.
It is very sad. A
I
lot,
think
a lot
Test-
of young guys
I think
taken way too
Test-
young.
Too many of them taken too young. Yes.
I mean,
was
younger
looking
than
at,
all of us. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I saw something
you-
earlier where not Kevin, but Kurt Angle was talking about his release from WWF at the time, or WWE, where he didn't do pain meds while he wrestled, but after he popped about 25, and he would send text messages and voicemails to Vince McMahon telling him he was going to kick his ass. And he was like, he was going to get him, but at the same time, Vince was like, oh, so you want to fight? And he got up, and Kurt Angle got up, and he walked out crying, only to come back and say, Vince, you got to let me go. He was like, you got to release me, or I'm going to, hurt myself. And he did. He was like, he left for 11 years or so, and he comes back and he says, you're one SOB. So it's like, you take one pain med to alleviate some pains at the time, but how many you take afterwards when the camera's not rolling?
Well, the whole problem of it is that the medical background, the medical community did not let on to people how addictive these things truly are.
True.
That's the whole. There's all kinds of lawsuits over it because they don't say how addictive it is. Now, part of it is your personality, because if you've got an addictive. Because let's be honest, in this belt hobby, there's a lot of OCD going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I get messages. Oh, did you see this thing on the little corner of the strap right here? It's not TV accurate. What will I do? I can't sleep. I need to take a Xanax. Oh my God. And
Jeff Barthay?
over these
Jeff
belts,
Barthay?
I am not kidding you. These guys mark so hard that most of these people, I'm sorry to anybody listening, I don't care, but it's the truth. Most of y'all that go nuts over these belts could never be in the wrestling business. Could not.
They're like, did you see this little freckle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not TV accurate. That's not TV accurate. I'm like, oh my God. It's not going to be TV accurate because that's the ring accurate belt. That's the ring TV belt. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The side plates are different. The side plates, the bars on the winged eagle are like a half a millimeter this way. And oh, Jesus.
There are some awful dome globes out there. There's
Oh,
just
yeah.
some awful, and these guys show them off. Hey, I got a new belt there. I got the dream belt I've always wanted. And you know what? As ugly as that belt might be, I'm happy for those guys because that's what they wanted. That's
True.
something.
It makes them
Exactly, and that's what they could afford.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It
Yeah.
makes them happy. more
I
important
had to
than
tear a
else.
gatekeeper apart here the other day on one of the pages. Some dude he posted a
Yeah,
dome
true,
globe,
Ralph.
and this guy was like, "Oh, it's a horrible piece of crap," blah blah blah, and it's because of the crap like this that the hobby gets that
Oh,
the
yeah.
other.
I
And I
saw
was like, dude, who the hell do you think you are? I was like, do you get paid to gatekeep? I was like, because I'd love to see your paycheck. I was like, nobody put you in charge of this. And I said, and if you're not getting paid to do it, why are you doing it? I was like, because, some people can't afford. I was like, we're sitting on the doorstep of World War III, and you're sitting here tearing this guy up over what belt he bought. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I just wore this dude out with like everything that I could without calling him. I didn't call him any names or anything. I didn't call him, I just called him out on his actions. And I was just like, look, dude, go mind your own business. Worry about if you think it's a hunk of junk, keep it to yourself and go buy something better.
right.
You know,
what I mean?
like Mark said and Rusty said, if the belt's made out of cardboard, the belt's made out of foam, it's made out of paper. If you love that
It's
belt
stupid,
and you're
man.
proud of that belt, hey,
It's your belt.
it's you, man. That's
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
And can't nobody tell you how to spend your money.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's just stupid to sit there and like think that there's some sort of hierarchy or some sort of, like you're going to get in the favor because you're gatekeeping for these,
I mean,
whatever, man.
for instance, hey, I got a 1 millimeter belt. Well, I like 4 millimeter belts, so I like 6 millimeter belts. Hey, whatever you like and whatever you're paying for out of your pocket, that's it. You like it. That's
And
that's
I
all that matters.
understand. I understand the whole counterfeit. People are losing. People are this. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everybody that wants to throw that stone, ain't none of y'all can't tell me you ain't never bought nothing that was counterfeit.
Yeah.
And if you have, you're just as guilty in that realm as we are in this.
Yep.
You know, I like my Reggie Park stuff. The part of the reason I buy the and I don't even like to call it lower end. I call it the fun stuff. Part of the reason why I buy the fun stuff is so I got something to handle, you know, if I drop it. So what, you know, it's, you know, but to this, and Jim and I have talked about this, and Mark and I have too. And, you know, if you guys have been $300 to you might be a truckload of money. $300 to Mark or to anybody else, me, them, they, whoever, that might be just, hey, here you go. That, you know, so
Right.
if you want to spend what you want to spend, I get it. Most of the time, what it is, people just need to stay out of everybody's business, let people have fun. If you really look at a lot of these guys that get yelled at for taking a copy of a belt to a signing, and then certain people want to go crazy, getting mad, dude, that guy's not going to sell that belt. He's getting it autographed and it's going on his wall.
Yeah.
Why do you care?
It makes him happy.
Right. And, you know, and again, I get the whole counterfeit. I get it. I do. But you know what? At the end of the day, you can't tell anybody what to buy.
Nope.
You can't, and you can't be the belt police. You can't, you know, just leave everybody the hell alone. Let them have fun with it.
Yeah, I didn't get this hobby to make somebody else happy. I got a hobby to
Right.
make myself happy.
Exactly.
For me, my thought is, as long as it looks accurate enough far as what I've seen on TV, and the leather is okay, I'm buying it. Meaning, the leather isn't half and half when we know you ask for all black or all red or all blue. As long as it comes out the way you describe what you want,
Right.
then that's what your money buy.
Right.
Now, like I said, we all can be meticulous about our belts. We can be meticulous as we want, where we can be as fun as we want. But it's what we want that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loves something different. That's what makes the world go round. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I wouldn't call myself an elitist, but you know, at the beginning, I would not have anything to do. You know, listening to Eddie on their, it would come across, and I would listen to him, and I'm like, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then one of my buddies got me. He goes, "Hey, do you want this belt?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And I got it. I'm like, "Hey, you know, for $300, this ain't bad." So I have a few, and I got the ones I like, you know, those, and I have fun with them. And you know what? If it's not hurting anybody, why does anybody care?
Exactly. Like you said, one way or another, we've all had something counterfeit. Everybody.
Yeah.
If they say they didn't, then they're lying.
I have never bought a belt, looked at it, and thought, what would this other guy think of this belt?
Right.
Yeah.
I've
Never.
never done that.
No. Nope.
I will say this, though. The leather that Mark did for me on my NWA belts, even the plates that were too big, phenomenal. Anybody wants to go to Mark, I try to send as many people his way as I can.
Me
I
too.
appreciate that.
And now I'll
That's
take
the way
that
you
Texas
look at
belt.
Right?
Yeah. Now I can't go take out my boat this summer because I'm too busy doing leather. So.
Hey, you know what? There's worse things in the world to do. But you know what? Here's the other thing, too. Along with leathers, and, you know, there's other leather guys, there's other belt makers. I watch and I see stuff. Like I sent a message to Nawaz today, and somebody immediately is like, "Oh, you don't know what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm not."
I saw that.
I'm just asking how he's. I just wanted to talk to him. Eh? Now he owes me 3 belts, but it's not like I'm. Oh my God! It's 40 seconds past you said you were going to do this, and now it's not here, and I'm dying. And what am I going to do? And I need to
So
say
they accuse you. They accuse you of freaking out. Is what they did.
yeah, and that's just not me. And I just, you know, I haven't heard from him in a while, and usually we correspond, and he hasn't answered. So I'm like, okay, something's up. And when the guy clued me in, I'm like, okay. And you know, some of these guys want to. One guy on one of the groups yesterday, he goes, "Oh, you're part of the problem with it," and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" You know, I don't understand. I just, you know, it should be fun. Too many people take it too serious.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's, you know, I want you guys to enjoy it. if this hobby was about all that, I wouldn't have sent Jim the belt buckle. I wouldn't have sent my friend who lost his mom and his best friend in an 8-week span. I wouldn't have sent him the IWGP belt that I had. I wouldn't take care of the 2 special needs kids here that I'm around, and other people, I see when other people branch out and give, that's what the hobby's about. Having fun, enjoying it.
Yep.
Unless you're Ben Walker and a Bears fan. And but anyway, sorry, Ben. I throw that in there.
And speaking of elitists, just kidding, Ethan. I'm just messing with you. There's a running joke. I'm sorry.
Enjoying the hobby altogether, whatever belt you have, if you like to collect wrestling figures, whatever it is, we're all living out our childhood dreams of owning a belt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we were kids, we never even dreamed we'd have what we have now.
No
way.
no.
No way.
That's what it's about. It's about that fact right there, as I told others.
I mean, my wife is showing people at work my collection, and they're like, "He should have a YouTube channel."
Yeah. We grew up watching this, enjoying it. So it's like, you think about that, your first car, your first pair of fancy shoes or a tie or anything of that nature, you seen it somewhere and you said, I want that. So when you went out and you actually saw the means of being able to get it, you purchased it, regardless of what it was, no matter how silly our parents may have said, well, no, you can't do this, can't do that. Like, I remember making the Winged Eagle out of cardboard. My father used to bring in loads and loads of cardboard every Friday, and I'll try to make that belt as good as I can every weekend, up until it was just like, that's it. Marky, there you go. Like you said. And that's right there, from cardboard to reality.
Right.
By the way, this is not TV accurate. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. So you guys calm down, take some blood pressure medicine. This is not
Is
TV
that
accurate.
duct tape? That's
It's
not
duct
real.
tape. It sure is. It's 2mm duct tape.
I use Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I saw he's watching. We were talking about wrestling figures earlier. I heard Ethan Thompson plays with them in the bathtub. I don't know. It's just a rumor. No, I'm just kidding. No. I just have.
You mean you can't have wrestling matches on the dinner table?
It's cool in the bubble bath too. Like, oh, I missed.
The wife's yelling, "What the hell are you doing in there? He's going off the top rope."
Yeah. Oh God.
That's right.
Dan Dudley's.
I've got several different versions of several different belts. I've got other belts too that I didn't bring up here because I'm upstairs. I'm on my computer for once instead of the phone. That way I can see you guys, because when I'm on that phone, I can't see nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to actually go on my computer too, but I couldn't get it open fast enough with the link. So opened up there with my phone, and it's perfect. You guys can hear me and see me. I'm good with that.
I've got 2 Smoking Skulls to sell. I've got a Premier World title down there that I was going to sell. What else? There was a guy who
that's kind of cool.
I have a Classic Shields Undisputed too, that I had worked a deal for a guy. So I did the whole trade, and then the guy was supposed to buy it. I message, no answer. Mm-hmm. So,
oh wow!
Not that I'm stuck with it because it's a beautiful belt, so it's not like I'm hurting for it. So
yeah, I got 4 women's titles I'm trying to get rid of.
Yeah, but Ethan, you were under the water. You were under the bubbles, Ethan. Sorry, bud. Lights were off. Thought it was a girl. Sorry. Anyway.
Reminds me of Eddie Murphy. You guys Joe in the bathtub.
Yeah. Yep. This show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Releathering for all your releathering needs, and by Unique Spirit Championship Belts. Check them out. They do a wonderful job. And this the YouTube portion of this show is made possible by a partnership with Brothers of Cave Bay Podcast on Apple Podcasts, and that link right there, which I will not repeat, Linktree, I guess. They talk about wrestling. They're out of Oklahoma City. Really good guys. So you need to check that podcast out. So.
Yeah, the belts. It should always be about fun. It's a lot different now with the internet exploding with Facebook, and and it really changed because we were in. It kept saying, "Sorry, it's cold." Oh, but you worked hard to get it. You got a burning mouth, boy. Anyway, But
Nora's daughter's watching this show. So
why does this always happen to me? I don't know. Anyway, because I'm a
better put the
psycho.
lunchbox back up there, Richard.
Hold on. Tonight we're sponsored by
Yeah.
the Mankind Lunchbox. Every child needs one, and so does the adults.
There you
Yeah,
go.
buy one and then have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Wait, do it right. Do it right.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
You know, Mick's great. I've met him 2 or 3 times. Super
Okay,
cool.
we're gonna take that. I'll put that one up there.
You know, like you
Hey, I
guys
got
were
a little
saying,
bit of Mick Foley in my promo character when I do my Warden character.
I do this year at the gathering. They're supposed to have like this costume party or whatever, and I'm like, all right, who do I go as if I do it? Because I'm just not. I don't go and do all that crazy stuff. I like to just go hit the bar, hang out, but I'm like, could I do Stone Cold? I
What?
can pull that one off. What?
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 Maybe not wear the glasses. You know, if you watch him in some of his things, he's got glasses on. So,
Yeah.
but if I could, I have those. You know, I can't remember what company put out the flare and the Macho Man robe.
Oh
I have
yeah.
both of them. And I would just put it on and let that music hit. And I have the purple Macho Man T-shirt. I'd get a bandana, and I would just come out and like, unbelievable, right there.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch the Young Rock
Handshake
episode where Macho Man worked with Sears?
with Sears?
Oh.
No, I never saw
Yeah,
that.
he did something with Sears, the Macho Man.
Oh wow.
Andy,
Yeah,
was it
they,
you
they
that
put
released
it
the
on
video of
episode
the?
of Young Rock.
Andy, was it you that released the video of the Macho Man guy that does the Macho Man in the Walmart
Yeah.
aisle?
Yeah, but
That was great.
that was hilarious.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man.
That guy's
He's really good. Yeah, he's got down to a T.
Looks and sounds like him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he goes to all the WrestleCons.
So there was
I can see that.
a guy at WrestleCade, WrestleMania Access, and he was dressed up like the Macho Man, real nice guy. And he started going into the thing. Now I'm not dressed up, and I start, what are you talking about? Right there, yeah. And I'm getting the whole everything. And now we're getting a crowd because we're jawing back and forth like Macho Man. And I started laughing. I couldn't help it. I'm like, dude, I'm not taking all that time to put that together, and not being that big, but
Boys rises to
What,
the top.
what about the guy that
Up
did the
right
Dusty
there, yeah.
impression with Cody?
Yeah. That was good.
oh, that guy with the Dusty thing, that was funny.
Yeah.
All right, Jim left. Let's talk about him. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Was
that
Icon
Young
out?
Rock episode that just aired on Tuesday, they did the episode where Macho Man was doing something for
I didn't go
Sears,
very far.
and they gave him Slim Jims as a parting gift.
Now, my buddy is Luke Hawks, who played Stone Cold Steve Austin. He runs Wildcat Championship Wrestling down in New Orleans. So if you ever get that, check that out. I mean, he's a one of a kind guy, man. And the other guy that is near and dear to my heart. There's 2 guys. Andrew Anderson. He's
I
out of
know
New
Andrew.
York. And shit, I forgot his name now. Right off the top of my head. Greek God Papadon, Jimmy, my buddy Jimmy. I love those guys. All 3 of them are just class acts all the way around. They introduced me to the original Homicide. What a great guy, man. I'm just like sitting there chatting and we're all having fun. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. This is what this is about. And, they get it. They which is awesome. And I've met Luke's son, and it's so much fun to have friends like that when they see you at the bar, they come over to you and hang out with you. And because the whole thing of it is, and Jim will tell you this, when you're around the wrestlers, once they see and know you don't want anything just to hang, you're good.
Yeah, they're cool.
Once they see you're not in it for nothing, that you're not, they don't care about a selfie here and there, but when you start asking for all kinds of stuff, nope, see it, they're out.
Yeah.
Can I have a
Bobby
picture?
Blaze
Can I have a picture? Can I
got
have a
upset
picture?
with me the last time he came to All Star here in West Virginia because they were I was out back and they opened up the cooler and was standing there drinking. And I ran into Bobby the next day, and Bobby was like, "Why didn't you come over and drink with us?" He's like, "Man," he's like, "from here on out, if you don't come over and drink, I'm gonna be really pissed off." And I was just like, "Okay, cool. Where's Bobby Blaze?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, Bobby's awesome."
And Shane Douglas too. He's a pretty good guy. I know Jim knows him really well. I've been around him a few times. He's super cool. He's friends with Drew. you know, and to get to be around these guys. And Orndorff used to hang out with them at conventions too. And Paul was another, just the nicest guy in the world. You know, Kevin Sullivan, and, you know, you get to be around these guys. Just ask them questions.
Yeah.
I met Raven, and I also Titus O'Neil is from the city that I live in right now, and he used to stay at my hotel when I worked there. And matter of fact, his little brother worked for me.
Nice.
And whenever he came into town, before he was signed by WWE, I would get him his room discounts.
Nice.
And
just
the
had a
guy is
seminar.
awesome. He would come in and we would just talk, you know, how are you doing? How's the wife?
Shane's a dick.
You know, how's the kids and stuff like that.
Sorry, guys.
Not just all about wrestling, but the most important thing I did with Raven is I was coming down in the elevator with him, and I knew who he was, and I could tell he knew I knew who he was. So the girl at the front desk knew I was a huge wrestling fan, and she's like, "Hey, he's checking out. Maybe he'll need help with the bags." So I went over, asked him, you know, need help with the bag? He's like, "Oh yeah, he's just." I'm talking to him, and then she's like, "You mind taking a picture with him?" You know, I didn't want to come out and say it. So he's like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "But I got a question. Why didn't you ask me in the elevator?" I was like, "Well, you're on your personal time, man. You probably get bombarded by so many people. I didn't want to go into your personal space and your personal time, you know?" So he was cool, cordially took pictures and everything. And, you know, I didn't even ask for an autograph.
Yeah. I got to hang out with Ric Flair a few years ago in Richmond. I had a connection.
That's
And
awesome.
we went to a he was staying at the same hotel as us. I mean, I didn't go over to the convention or anything, but I got to hang out with him and Wendy and Ivan Koloff, and there was just like 6 or 7 of us, and we just all hung out together. And it was just nice, you know, to see Rick being Rick. And it wasn't long after Reed had passed. And I heard the story. I'm friendly with Wendy, who's just the nicest lady in the world. But to be able to have that time and just, dude, that man is a sports aficionado. He knows every sport, everything. I'm telling you, statistics.
Oh, Rick?
Oh,
yeah,
my
he
God.
follows everything, even college sports.
Yes, he's big into that. And just my buddy got a little drunk and started asking him all these questions, and he's like, "Who's this guy asking all these Mark questions? And how many times do I cut myself?" And I'm like, "Tell this guy to get out of here, or I'm leaving." So we had to have my buddy leave, you know. But it wasn't a bad thing. But I'm like, you know, again, it goes back to the whole just, hey, can I buy you a drink? Sure. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? All right. Did you go to the thing? Yeah. Okay. And you know, if you're just, you go off of them, you know, I always tell people, if they say, "Hey, I don't want to be bothered right now." Okay, here you go. Have a nice night. I just want to.
I never talk wrestling with them unless they bring wrestling up.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
But you know, where I'm lucky enough to, like I said, I just had a training seminar with Too Cold Scorpio last week.
Another
And-
underrated guy.
And you know, it when you're in there with these guys, and it's different when you're in a training class, they want you to ask questions.
Right.
After the training class is over, not so much, man. They just want to hang out.
Yep.
And do whatever. And I sat there and talked with Too Cold for a good 15, 20 minutes after the thing. And, you know, and he was like, man, he's like, you know, I wish more guys was just like you know, instead of either bombarding me with a bunch of Mark questions or totally ignoring me because they don't know who the hell I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate because that's most of the kids nowadays in the business. They don't know who any of these guys are.
And you know, that even goes with the belts. Like, you know, you whip out that national belt. They know, like, Shatter held it, you know,
Yeah.
for a while, but they don't know, you know, Wahoo and Tully and Dusty and Buddy Landell, Terry Taylor, all them guys that wore it, or the TV belt even, because, you know, TV titles are non-existent nowadays.
Yep.
So, you know, I had a conversation with somebody the other night, and, you know, they're like, "Oh, the WWE belts," and they're all the same, because it's not a title to them anymore. It's a marketing tool.
Yep.
To put their logo and their brand out there, and people just don't see that. And, you know, you see it in every belt group. They complain about everything. And, you know, Jim, you're in the ring, you know, wrestling ain't never going back the other way. As much as we love the old school stuff, and I'm sorry, if you guys watched, I can't remember if it was NXT or Dynamite last night, they went off the air right at the height when they were doing it good.
Yeah.
The NWA used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the way to do it. Now, what they're doing, if you look at the short entrances on NXT and WWE, that was actually Shawn Michaels' wife's idea to cut time. So they're like coming out as they're still going back, which I don't like, but I get it for the cutting time phase. But
Yeah.
on Raw, they could change it all different because they spend too much time rehashing what happened in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, or the night before pay-per-view.
They don't really have to make big changes. Get rid of the 20-minute soliloquies when they're standing in the ring.
Right.
And they go through a commercial break and they're still talking.
Yep.
And get rid of all that.
Yeah.
The 15-minute entrances, get rid of it.
I do love
I
the
need
new
to see
Edge.
somebody do this.
Oh yeah, me too. I can't wait
Or-
to see Tommaso Ciampa join.
I'm hoping.
James had his first year evaluation as a referee done, and it didn't go very well.
Yeah,
Beat up by a
but
chick.
he got a bonus.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right. Not to pick on Jim, but that chick's arm's bigger than his. Oh my god.
I'd probably
Oh, no, I'm
let her
sorry.
slap me too.
He's got a black shirt on. It's slimming. I got it.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. At vertical stripes. Vertical stripes.
That's right.
Hey, Jim, what did you think of me using this when I was promoting the show for this week? Did you see that?
That's cool, man. You can use any of the shots I've got.
I should have used this one, but I didn't.
Use it too.
Yeah.
It looks like she hit
Anything
you
that
in the
gets
neck.
me over is great.
We're
Hey,
gonna
I
slap you into another podcast.
I forgot
tonight.
to ask you last week. Did she smell good?
Well, she had just wrestled.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh
a
my
yes.
gosh.
He's
Give me a
speechless.
second.
Yes, you smell good.
You guys got me all bamboozled now.
Did she smell mainly?
She had just had a match, so she wasn't quite horrible, but she wasn't quite smelling 100%.
No, that's when they're the best.
But
Was it a
You
scent
bottle
of
up
a
that
woman?
sweat. Open up the cap.
no, the thing is, I wish you guys could have seen me sell the shot because, like, I get pow and I spin around like I got shot with a gun. It was
I
great.
thought
Was it,
what was pretty
was that
cool was
before the
actually
3 count?
you guys went over and
Well, I was
and
making
you
the
told
3
her,
count, and she pulled me out of the ring, and when I turned around to argue with her, she smacked the taste out of
Gotcha.
me.
and you told her, "Let me have it."
Well, yeah, okay. Once again, see, you guys are killing the kayfabe here. Backstage when we were talking, she was like,
Ooh, it's not real.
when we were going over the spot, she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to pull you out of the ring, and I'm going to give you the business smack." And I was like, "Well," she's like, when I smack you, she's like, "How do you want it?" And I was like, "Well, if you're going to do it, let's do it. Make people up in the back row hear it, pow." And the funny thing was when we were back there on stage, backstage, and we're going over the spot, and I'm like, "You come out and give me the business, right?" Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm just going to come out and you just F you, blah, 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 you MFer and all this stuff, right? Well, she comes out and verbatim repeats everything that I said to her backstage.
Nice.
And like, I'm trying not to laugh, right?
Of course.
Because like, she's like, "You motherfucker, you blah, 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 pow," and I was just like, "Oh my God," and I'm trying not to laugh at the same time I'm trying to sell this,
You sell it and turn toward the ring.
Yeah, I did. I turned toward the steps and was just kind of into the ring steps,
She slapped him, and all he could see was this.
pretty much.
Oh,
He got up and said,
Thank you.
"Thank you. May I have another one?"
Pretty much.
She's doing OnlyFans now too.
"Who's that?
She's on OnlyFans now.
Who's doing OnlyFans?"
The one you just had.
Oh, Chelsea Green?
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Really?
That's Zach's girl, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, here's the thing. I get all these people doing OnlyFans, and I'll tell everybody watching this and anybody, whoever's here, if you're dumb enough to pay for OnlyFans to go see a woman naked or see any of that stuff, you got a problem.
Yeah.
And
I come from an age where we used to, to go to the women's underwear section of Sears catalog.
Hell yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh,
I mean, shit, I was around long before there was even paper.
Yeah.
You know,
Granny
it's just-
panties were in style back then.
you know what?
I remember.
I'm not paying to see anybody naked.
I remember when my mom and dad used to pop in the VHS tapes or the Betamax, and they would come up to a nude scene. My father would yell, "Rich, did you do this?" Yes.
The joke I tell my friends that like to go to strip clubs, I tell them this. Okay, so you're going to go and you're going to fork out all this money to a woman you can't touch or that won't touch you, and you're going to lose all your money to. Don't you have a wife? Same
There
thing.
you go.
There you go. You have a wife or a
Okay,
girl home,
Johnny.
you're going to give her all your money, you get nothing. There you go. See?
Okay, Johnny, just for you. Okay, here you go.
oh my.
Oh, my God.
Actually, that's a relative of Gianni's.
Oh, my God.
Gianni, nothing but the neck, only the neck.
Yeah, Johnny likes long necks.
That looks like they. Never mind. I can't even do it. Phew. Hey, you know what? In the dark, it's all pink. Anyway,
Beauty is only
Sorry.
only a
Family
light
show.
switch away.
family
It's
show.
only a light switch away.
Family show. Family show.
That's right. I do. I love the new Edge stuff. I really do. I think, especially the music. You think you know me? You never did. And then
Yeah.
it goes into it.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
know,
the same band that did his music, his original music.
And Rhea, too.
This is-
Oh,
2 minutes late, but 13-minute warning actually.
for what?
The show ends.
Oh, no, we can't. You tell them we're going over. You don't.
Oh, I
you don't
can't. I
cut me
can't.
up. Whoa, you don't
Yeah,
cut me.
cuts us off.
We're
Yeah.
going overtime,
You don't
yeah.
wrap me up.
Oh, I gotta get ready for
Elizabeth, pass
vacation.
me some toilet paper.
Nah,
I'm
Tootsie,
actually
sorry,
leaving on
Platinum, I don't
vacation on
go there.
Saturday. Get ready.
Platinum, I haven't gone to those places in 25 years because it's a waste. I used to go to Goldfinger up off Oakland Park. Got thrown out of there a couple times. I'm not doing that.
Well, Gianni. the
Johnny doesn't
buffet-
go strip clubs because people mistake him for a pole.
Well, Gianni,
Tootsies.
that's where he makes
That
his
can be
regular
taken one of two
buffet.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually, that's
He goes to buffets.
That's where Gianni women at the buffets. Yeah.
All you can eat. All you can eat fries.
Oh,
No,
my
he eats
God.
Something else.
What if
You
they
know,
have a belly button piercing? Gianni, do you go for that? That means they can pull the buffet closer.
Well, if they're, when they're big and they got that belly button ring, it ain't a belly button ring, it's a hitch.
I want to take this time right now to remind everybody we're not going to have a show next week. I'm going to be out of town on vacation. I was hoping to pre-record something just to fill in the space, but between my daughter's graduation and getting ready for vacation, I just have not had the time. So, but we will not have a show next week. Huh?
She don't need to graduate. We can talk.
Well, no, she graduated last Friday.
Oh, then you got time.
Yeah.
Where are you heading on vacation?
Rio Doce, New Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really good.
New Mexico, not the old one.
Yeah, New Mexico. I can drink the water there. Yeah.
So you think.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like now I've worked between, I've told everybody I'm in nursing school and everything like that. And for the last 9 months, my schedule has been, what it was. I wasn't able to get on Friday nights or Thursday nights. And right now I changed my schedule a bit because I'm out of school for the summer. So every second week I have a 6-day break in the middle. So, which is kind of nice. So I can do the shows and be able to see it. But because when I'm at work, honestly, at the hospital, I can't sit there and look at my phone.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I tried to. Like, there's been nights when I've driven home and had it on and I can listen to it. But, it cuts in and out. And so, but I like to listen to what everybody's talking about. So, and to be able to come on tonight with you guys is a lot of fun. I know I cut up a lot, but, like I said, I do have 3 other belts to sell. And you know what? I do have a set of Reggie Parks tag belts to sell, Texas tags.
You got them there handy?
They're downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I can text you a picture, Mark, and you can put it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me.
I'm going to take us. Well, while you're on that topic, I'm going to show these off one more time. Okay. Whoops. Where'd my thing? There we go. Okay, I got this WCCW Texas title for sale, 300 shipped, made by Muhammad Asif, MS Creations. Beautiful belt. Original color.
There, I just sent it to you.
Okay. And then I also have this one for sale, 300 shipped. If it doesn't sell by tomorrow, I've got a guy who's going to buy it, and I'm going to re-leather it for him. So anyway, this was made by my Amadasser. Got the red backing. It does have some cracking on the backing right around the. Let's see, where's that? Right over here, and there's a screw that's popped out. Right here, start to pop out. You can't see it. There you go. See
Yeah, I
it?
see it.
Screws popping out, yeah.
Mm.
But the plates
Okay.
are in great shape. The leather, for
Okay.
the most part, is in good shape. But
Let me see the words on the front. Are they close together? Are they right? Yeah, they're right. That looks nice.
yeah, very nice belt.
Looks real nice.
Both are for 300 shipped. So let me find these pictures you sent to me. I haven't got them yet.
Well, that's probably because we're on. I'm trying. Hopefully they're going.
I got your chat up, but they haven't popped up yet.
Yeah.
Maybe on their way. So,
Yeah. I don't think I sent a video of it.
if I don't get them before the end of the show here in about 8 minutes, you can post them in the. Belt
Yeah,
sale.
Messenger's been like that lately.
By the way, speaking of belt sales, I've had several makers on the group that just post belts for sale just whatever day of the week, and I keep telling them you can't do that, and then they do it again.
I saw that, Mark. Yeah, you had a couple today, I think.
Yeah.
And
I deleted
Like-
3 posts today,
yeah, they can't.
and after
follow
the third
rules.
one, I
Bye.
blocked him.
Yeah, bye.
Threw him out of here.
You're rowdy.
Yeah, you're out of here.
You're Audi 5000.
I'm waiting for him to throw dirt on the home plate.
I don't know if Calvin's phone went dead or whatever, but he popped up. But it was good having him on here.
Yeah.
Great having Calvin on.
And it's
Yeah.
neat. I get to see other people that I don't get to talk to much on there, and it's nice to
Well,
be able
Calvin-
to talk to
Well,
everybody.
Calvin just popped up in my DMs one day. He was asking me some questions. He'd seen the show, enjoyed the show, along with his friend Ralph that's been commenting tonight. Asked a lot of questions. They love the show, and Ralph. I invited Ralph to come on the show a couple weeks ago. He came on. We had a really good show. He talked about Calvin, so I extended the invitation to Calvin. Accepted. He's been on here tonight. So, and that's what I
love it,
want this
though.
show to be about. I want viewers to come on here and show off their belts.
Yeah, I love it though. I like when they call me
Starting
Warden.
But we're starting to go that way where we have actual collectors that watch the show that come on and show off their collections. And
Check
it
your
doesn't matter whether you have a
pictures out, Mark.
cardboard belt, you have a Reggie belt, you have anything in between. Come on the show and show it off. We'd love to see it.
Did Joseph ever get back to you?
Joseph.
The cardboard belt guy?
No, he didn't. Well, yeah, he did. I forgot.
Yeah, we got to
Oh,
get him on the show, man.
Yes, we do. Or did I get back with him? I have to
Was it
check.
Armstrong?
Oh, wait, here. Oh, I got your pictures. Hang on a second.
Yeah, his belts look like the real thing.
I got.
Who's mine?
No, there's a guy that makes cardboard belts.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yes, very nice.
Okay, Rusty, I'm going to show one of the pictures.
That's fine. That's fine.
Upload it here. Give me just a second. Thank you
Yeah,
very
he
much,
makes
Ralph.
them, and he has this kind of foil that he puts over them to make them look like it's real metal.
That's real cool.
They're really nice.
Probably
And
not
the-
an easy process. I mean, he's probably streamlined it, but it can't be easy.
Yeah.
No, very detailed. All
He
detailed.
made a 10 pounds of gold once, and
Oh, did he?
it was incredible. And I tried to commission him to make me one.
There you go.
And
Nice.
Those are pretty.
Yeah,
Those are very pretty.
yeah. And if you look at the top of the side plates, it say Texas Tag Team Champions, and
Yeah.
those are ring used Reggies.
Wow.
Beautiful.
They look a lot like the NWA tags.
Yep.
Yeah, they
A little
do.
bit smaller, but in that style, yes.
that
Is that baby blue?
That looks
they're
like a baby
They're a
blue.
little bit bluer now. They're a little bit. That the picture's just in the sun. They're
Okay.
a little bit more blue than that. They're really nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, those are some sweet belts. And then my other tags that I have downstairs, they were used in the Texas Wrestling Alliance by Shawn Michaels and stuff. And those sit downstairs. That one of them is one of the ones that dog ate, but I sent it to Reggie, and Reggie fixed it, and he re-leathered it. And I mean, if you put it next to the other one, if you didn't know which one got eaten, you couldn't tell.
Now, Russ, didn't you have the NWA US tags?
I had the original ones, yes, the red
so
ones
they
years
had
ago.
The original.
about 20 plus years ago. I got him. I bought him from a guy. I met him at one of the ECW shows in Atlanta in Marietta, Georgia. I paid $1,000 for them.
Wow.
And then I worked a deal with some guy, a buddy of mine at the time. You know, he's still a great friend of mine. And I got a set of belts made out of it, and you know, it just turned it. And that's kind of how I learned how to do what I do. And you know, people don't understand how ring used belts, how beat up they are. Some of them you can't mess with because they're hanging off the leather and their screws are everywhere. It's just horrible.
Yeah,
because they're thrown around the ring, they don't care.
Yep.
Every time I see that, I cringe. Especially
Ralph,
when they come out and they smack them together.
Yes. Hey, Ralph, I'll tell you this. There's no comparison. Classic Shields comes pretty close, and ORM is pretty good.
Drop off.
But I've got all belts from everybody, and there's nobody close to Reggie or Dave, in my opinion. But, you know, that's just me, you know. I mean, Top Rope does a great job. Wildcat does a nice job. Billy Loomis, you know, Belt Performance used to do a great job when he was still going. I have a few of his belts. It truly, all of it depends on how you treat them. You know, if you're not throwing them at your dog or throwing them at your wife, or you know, keeping them like a prop around the house, you know, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
Rush, you might know this. How did the Big Gold get the top of it bent back? How'd that happen? You know?
somebody dropped it, probably during a promo, or
Okay.
where I always thought it happened, but it wasn't. Was when, remember when Heenan did the interview and he had it. He's like, Hogan, this is it, and he slams the door and he drops it.
Yeah.
I always thought it was from there, but it wasn't. It was before that. I don't know where.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody knows exactly when that happened.
Yeah.
We got to let Martin wrap it up. It looks like we got about 45 seconds.
Now we got 3 minutes. But
Okay.
yeah, I always wondered, you know, that bell is made out of gold. I mean, not solid gold, but that's why it bends so easily, because gold, you know, is a soft metal. So
It's gold. It's made of gold and silver. It's silver and then gold over the top. It's made like it's truly a giant belt buckle, is what it is.
Yeah.
It really
so
is.
it's soft metal. That's why it bends so
Yes.
easily. So,
But it's so cool to be able to hold that and to kind of just hang on to it and just to look at it and know.
And it's back on its original leather.
Yes.
that's always good.
You know, and they got the Dusty nameplate. There's a Sting nameplate too.
Now, Sting's nameplate looked more like a trophy shop plate, didn't it?
No, there was a Sting nameplate looked like Flair's.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I believe that was the only 3 made.
I don't think it made it to the
Garvin
belt.
never
Did it?
got one. Garvin never got one.
No,
You know,
he only had the belt
It's
for like
supposed to, but
2
never got
months,
one.
2 or 3
months.
months. I think he
2
won it in
months.
like September and then dropped it in November or something like that.
Yep. September 25th, 1987 in Detroit,
I remember.
off the top of the cage.
Age, yeah.
And when he won, he's like hitting his head. Barry Windham and all them were out there. And if you ever
Garvin
listen to when they talk about it, he's like, "That was just a job to me. It was just more money."
Yeah. He acted like he didn't really want this, so we want you to do that. Well, okay.
Barry didn't want it.
No,
They tried
he
to
wanted
get Barry
travel.
to take it. They tried to get Nikita to take it, and Nikita said no too.
They didn't want to travel. That was
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do the travel.
Yep.
And Flair liked the partying aspect of it. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
he went.
Oh yeah.
The champion always bought all the drinks, and he loved that part of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My friend was trying to remember what year it was. He was in a bar somewhere, and he didn't even know wrestling was in town that night. But Flair was there. He was in his suit
Thank you, Nor.
and got
Oh,
up
thank
and
you. Appreciate
said,
it,
"Hey,
Norm.
drinks are on the house. Drink whatever you want." He paid. He's like, "I bet that round cost him probably $5,000."
Wow.
He didn't care.
Well, we're under a minute, so I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank all my guests tonight. Calvin, who apparently had some technical issues. I don't know, but I want to thank Calvin for coming on. I want to thank Russ for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you, Calvin.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
As usual, I want to
Hey,
thank
Russ.
Richard, Andy, and James for being here.
Thank
One
you.
more time, we will not be
Thank
here
you.
next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So enjoy the hiatus.
Well,
So
that'll be good. I'll be off that week, and I can get on here again.
all right,
Show you some
Yeah.
other belts if you want.
be great.
We'll just
So-
figure out which ones you want to see.
Yeah, I won't have withdrawals on Thursday night next week. That's for sure. Thank you very much, Platinum. Appreciate that. But we'll be back in 2 weeks, so we'll have something hopefully very special for you. So enjoy the week off, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, everybody stay